then after you start designing, collaborate with the devs. I'm telling you, if any of you guys are designers, make friends with developers, because they can add to everything, or they can they can make it really hard for you. So find good developers. If you don't work at a company, find ones that want to collaborate with you and give you feedback. But having a good relationship with developers will allow what you have on screen in Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, whatever it is, what that looks like, and then what it looks like on the web. If you have good devs, you're going to have good designs on the outcome. And then again, feedback and revisions, and feedback and revisions, and feedback, and you get the point. Groundhog's Day. I mean, every project. If you don't like the feedback and revisions part, like, I can't help you. It's part of the process. And then it's never good enough. I constantly, once I hand my files off and my time is up on the project, I'm constantly looking over developers' shoulders. I'm constantly encouraging them. A lot of developers think that you're just handing them something and they're going to just be your workhorse. So really getting in there and appreciating what they're doing, but also like looking over their shoulders and, man, you gotta, that looks really good. Can you mess with this? Can you kern it out just a little bit or whatever? They get excited when you're like, that looks wonderful. Or at least that's the way my style is. But again, even the Smashing Boxes website, at like the 12th hour of the day before, we had body copy on these different headlines, and at the last minute I was like, let's just cut all that stuff out. Nobody's gonna ever read that. We've told the story. Let's cut it out. So again, like, how do you, wherever you are, driving, whatever, like, constantly think about like how you can improve upon something, and just realize it's never good enough. And that's why hopefully every site that you work on, or any company, they have a program to, once it's out to the world, they're going to make it better. That's why Facebook, Pinterest, all websites are constantly being updated. You know why? Because it's never good enough. You're always adjusting. So that's like a big part of it. You should be frustrated. You should be frustrated that it's not good enough. I think that mindset will actually help just really refine. And again, what I like to do, no matter what it is what's never good enough is usually stripping stuff out, right? You can always, when I write an idea post or anything, I just blah, 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 and then I sit back and I read it, and then I reread it again, and I reread it, and each time I'm taking stuff down, because I've said the same thing. I'm not the best writer in the world, but you get the point. And quote that we live by at Smashing Boxes by Buckminister Fuller: when I'm working on a problem, I never think about beauty, but when I've finished, if the solution's not beautiful, I know it's wrong. And it's a wonderful quote. And Buckminister Fuller was an awesome guy, so we should all listen to him. So at the very end, here's the deal. So the internet is fairly, bear with me here. The internet is fairly young, and a lot of people created websites, and there's just like a backlog of really ugly websites just everywhere. It just is. So take the time. Let's make the world a better place, and let's make good internets. There's a lot of room for improvement on the web, and I'm trying to do my best. I know that's a first world problem, but depending on what you're designing for, you really can change the outcome of businesses. You can change the outcome of nonprofits. You can change the outcome of your own success. And it's through that. Good visual design equals confidence. I'll give one example. I wanted to get an online diary. I wanted to, just have I just want to write a few things every day just so I can look back on and laugh at myself. And when I did, I realized I'm going to be writing personal stuff, so I need to have confidence. I Googled, online diary, and a couple websites came up, and clicked on them. I was like, that's cool. They were free, and there was a couple that were paid for. And I finally found one called Day One, and it was like, as soon as I opened it, I was like, boom, it was so clean, and it was so beautiful. I paid $10 for it. You know why? Because it gave me confidence. It gave me confidence that my dumb stuff that I was going to tell myself and look back on 10 years from now, was going to be secure. And that's what visual design does. So I encourage all of us to make good internets.